Time for some controversial opinions. I never was a big fan of the original Donkey Kong game. I did actually play the very faithful NES port as a child in the 90s, though not having an NES but having a PC and internet connection, you can imagine how exactly I managed to do that. And for me, the game was just meh. For what it's worth, as I grew up and went on becoming a game designer, I learned to appreciate Donkey Kong. For example, I think the first level is very smartly designed and teaches all the required fundamentals for playing the game. Climbing ladders, jumping, without having a dedicated tutorial, which in arcades would have been difficult to implement. But I'm still not a huge fan. I enjoyed enough to play for like 10 minutes, and then I don't see any more reason to stay. Here's the thing. To me, Donkey Kong is like an early example of games that are graphical powerhouses, but ultimately are kinda shallow and depend entirely on the presentation. Which, all things considered, is absolutely fantastic in this game, even now, let alone for its time. But Donkey Kong relies on a lot of randomness to sort of force longevity into a game that ultimately doesn't have much potential for it. Randomness in scoring, in patterns, in obstacle behavior, everything is absolutely random in mostly simplistic, linear-ish levels, of which there's only 4. And it's not a problem that these 4 levels repeat on a loop, arcade games work with less. But it is, however, a problem that the strategy of beating those levels is practically always the same. So the variety comes from the game throwing random bullshit at you, to the point that you may end up in situations where you have no choice but to fail, and that doesn't feel great. So the controversial thing I'm going to do is rank the classic cultural touchstone Donkey Kong beneath the random-ass Atari 2600 basketball game that no one remembers. And look, this is my ranking, so if you have any problem with this, go do your ranking with blackjack and hookers and Donkey Kong above basketball. But to me, even though basketball is also kinda shallow, it's a more replayable and therefore more consistently engaging kind of shallow.